Go on, let's give us a joke. Go on, start again.
Why did the koala fall out of the tree?
I don't know. Why did the koala fall out of the tree?
Because it was dead. Why did the second koala fall out of the tree?
I don't know, Ed. Why did the second koala fall out of the tree?
Because it was stapled to the first one. I'm Eddie from Bolton Sports Reserves. We're playing in W.E.S.F.A's Dance and Property Division 1.
Hello, I'm Billy Dolby from Bolton Sports W.E.S.F.A Prem Division.
Hi, I'm Andrew Wheaton. I'm the host of Self Grassroots podcast and Grassroots referee.
Yes, it's me, Gibbs, and we're back with the W.E.S.F.A Constitution for 21-22 season. On my panel today, I've got Big Wheats, I've got Big Bill, and I've got Little Ed. Lads, we're going to talk today about the Constitution and what a fine job W.E.S.F.A have done. So let's crack on with the show. Right, the Vulture Division 8 sponsor. Teams in there: AFC Sporting Greenwich, Chimera Reserves, Eltham Lions Reserves, Eltham Palace, Greenwich Battle Cruisers, Greenwich Challenge Vets, JJ United, Leicester FXI, Royal Oak, Springhill United Blues, and the Bosco FC. Big Wheats, the Cell Coast. You know, Sunday League. What are you saying about that league? What stands out to you?
That's fucking hard to predict, isn't it, to be honest.
There's a lot of new sides.
Lots of new sides there. The teams we know about, Sporting Greenwich.
We've done a video recently from last year's actually Constitution video.
So got you back basically with what you put out last year.
Yeah, fuck you, Sporting Greenwich. Just so we finish bottom this year.
Look, Springhill United Blues are the old boys. That's a rebrand. But apart from that, it's all new teams there. So it's Eltham Lions Reserves we saw last season and Chimera Reserves, but it's hard to call, isn't it?
Is any of them teams in that league that have come over from other leagues that stick out to you at all?
No, I don't know any of those teams, I've got to be honest, but I want the Battle Cruisers still in that league.
Yeah, that's a fair play, fair good name. What about Royal Oak? You know anything about, did they come from the Met League or they're a new side?
No idea.
No idea.
So, literally no idea.
Club, what are you saying? How does that division look to you?
Yeah, the Royal Oak is a Charlton club.
You are kind of, no disrespect, but kind of lower league representative.
Yeah. Looks like I'm in my division, I think. You've got familiar faces obviously around there. You've got Leicester FXI, Sporting Greenwich, we know and love. Chimera Reserves, I think they dropped.
Ed's on the shandy. Ed, take a few goals and we'll come back to you. Yeah, come on. Bill, what are you saying?
I'm looking towards Eltham Palace here.
Yes,
I don't know why.
Do you know why? Because Eltham Palace is an old name that we all know. So
okay,
Yeah, I've got a feeling that it just might be coming
that's what I think.
to take something. I don't know why.
That's what I think.
Must be guts.
Some old boys from that club.
Chimera Reserves, they can't win anything.
They finished first from bottom. Right, so let's get. You got some airs on your chest. Right, what was that? Come on.
What?
Who would you predict?
Eltham Lions Reserves.
So, right, if you had to pick top two in that division.
Top two, Eltham Lions Reserves. I reckon they'll put it about this season.
Yeah.
And I mean, you see another Eltham team, you expect them to be alright. But I like the look of the Battle Cruisers, despite it probably being top 10.
No problem. Right, and who's propping up all 8 leagues for you? Talk to us then, come on.
What do you mean across the 8?
No, yeah, who's finishing bottom in this division?
Oh.
How's it look to you? This is the harder part now.
Well, going by last season, you have to say Bosco, didn't you?
Bosco,
Because they were.
With no disrespect, but.
They were the strongest team in W.E.S.F.A last year because they held everyone else up.
Okay. Alright, so Ed, is that you? Bosco bottom and
Probably.
then challenging Eltham Palace and what, Eltham Lions Reserves?
Yeah, well Bosco knew last season.
Yeah, that was their first season thing.
After season 1, you expect them to pick up some results, and so I'd expect a newer team to be down there. I couldn't pick from the new names, so you've got to say Bosco. You have no idea what the other teams are about.
Okay, right. Right, Bill, who's top two for you?
Top two for me, I'll go Elton Palace to win it, and Elton Lions reserves to finish second.
Ooh, so same as it. So you said top two.
You didn't have Elton Palace, did you?
Yeah. Elton
Nah, I
Palace.
say I like to look at battle criminals.
Still bandits, even though they're in different. It's still bandits, isn't it?
Banditry, isn't it?
And I will have Chimera reserves to finish bottom.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, give us your Chimera.
Fuck Chimera. That's always. I'm not.
I have to.
My passion for Chimera goes way down. So,
Oh, is your mic working, by the way?
wrong show, Weeks. Wrong show.
It's habit.
Okay, right. Weeks, what are you saying on this one? Top two for you.
Because I see that video that they put out post season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to back Sporting Greenwich to finish second in this division.
For real?
Absolutely.
Have we got the thermometer for the COVID testing? If you know that?
I'm going to go Elton Palace to win it.
Elton
I just
Palace.
think that's a
I've got a feeling about him. I don't know why.
Yeah, same.
Just a name.
What about who's propping it up? Weeks?
I think it's hard. Bosco finished bottom of Division 7, the best division in W.E.S.F.A this season. But I'm looking at lesser FXI, didn't have a great season.
Yeah, to be honest, that's what stood out for me. I think.
Maybe the Vets, Greenwich Challenge Vets, you don't know if they...
Have they joined for a season just waiting for the Vets
Yeah,
league
that's
to
what I'm
start?
thinking.
Yeah.
So it's tough to call, but you know what, I'm going to... Sorry, the Bosco, get the videos ready for the post-season, but I'm going to go Bosco.
Coming for it.
For me, I'm going to say, I hate to say it 'cause they've been around for a long time, but I think lesser FXI have slowly been on the decline the last few seasons.
Yeah.
Picking up, they're just getting
you can
new
see players.
here and there. But for me, I'm going to pick lesser FXI to finish bottom.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think it's hard when the new team's coming in because you don't know who's who. But I'm going to stick my neck out on the new side and go JJ United and Elton Palace top two.
Do you know JJ United like to use our logo? So boys, leave it off your graphics, son.
Who are we telling them? Alright, so that's Division 8. So with all that I say, let's go to the Celt Grassroots Podcast Division 7.
The best division! The second best division! Where
Right.
we find that? July the 18th.
Okay.
July the 18th.
Plug that one. Plug that one.
The game between the Division 6 champions and Division 6 and Division 7 champions this season.
Yep.
Duke's going to be wearing a Celt Grassroots merchandise and telling us that it's the best division.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your prediction for that game? So Liverpool versus what is now Tottenham Hill.
3-1. Villical. I'm refereeing, so it can happen.
I don't think Liverpool's scored.
Right.
Good playing.
Cropping.
Kingfisher reserves.
So let's look at Celt Grassroots Division 7. We've got ADAS Athletic, Averill Athletic, Bexley Village Vets, Fleet Down United, Greenwich Hotshots, Intercross, Las Cabras, New Cross Rovers Reserves, Peckham Wright A, Ravensbourne Athletic, and Sidcup FC. Let's go with Bill. We'll start with you on this one. Who's sticking out for you now, mate?
At the moment, I'm Fleet Down.
Do you know anything about it?
I know a couple of players who play
Okay.
for them.
Good stats.
Probably,
Good stats.
it's probably a big role.
So are we saying that they could potentially play in a high division?
They could be the Sharks.
They could be, but obviously you haven't seen what players they've signed. I don't really think so, but for me, they look very low in Division 6.
Okay. So do you reckon what? You tipping them? Your favourites?
Yeah, they'll win that division.
Who'd be challenging them? Who are you looking at?
Sidcup, decent. They finished.
They started pulling for fifth, didn't they?
Yeah, they're a bit hit and miss.
They fancy themselves.
I never liked to back a reserves team.
What about Ravensbourne Athletic?
Nothing.
They're
Nothing.
Greenwich Hotshots.
Peckham Wright
Nah, fuck Peckham.
They're the Spitfires, isn't they?
Yeah. It's good. I've seen one clip of Spitfires play and it looked good.
They had a good. They had a.
There was one clip of football, but it was good.
That's one more clip than I've seen. So.
They had the best season as a club.
I'll have Fleet Down to win it.
Yeah.
Based on not knowing too much about this division, I would have gone with that new tide. ADAS Athletic to finish second.
Okay.
And I'll have
Who's the bottom? Because that's Cabra struggled last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Les Cadras
The goats.
finished bottom.
The goats.
Ed, talk to me. What are you saying about this league? Obviously, Avery all last season.
I think didn't they start picking up on?
They hit and miss as well. I think they
They finished third in Division 7. They finished third in Division 7 last season, so it's not like that.
No, definitely not. And there was like a Sig Cup as well. They
Yeah.
both had some good results. They was both doing well. But Greenwich Hot Shots as well.
Really shots was good.
I like it. They picked up some results.
Come on, the shots!
I think I can't look past Peckham Rye for some reason. I feel like they might be sharp.
Mad.
Ed, you might just lose the term dick now. You could just be banned it.
I still don't like Peckham Rye. But, yeah, Peckham Rye jump out for me. You've got to look at Avery Hill. They've picked up form. Greenwich Hot Shots will be out there mixing amongst it. I don't think they'll finish top 2. Sig Cup, again, they could surprise a lot of people. Don't know anything about Ravensbourne or Fleet Down or anything like that. I think down the lower end you can look at Bexley Village Vets or Las Cabras for me.
Alright, so 2 out of 3 at the minute for Las Cabras. Probably not.
Can't look past New Cross Roads Reserves either. No.
Yeah.
They are sharp.
Reserve side and
Would Mike Carrillo have sorted them out?
where did New Cross Rovers go?
Lucas Rovers. To be fair, they jumped up to the senior, but we'll get there.
So you think and see they've probably pulled well players and some could have dropped down to reserve just to have that.
They did work last year for Peckham, didn't it? He stepped up to the top league and had a reserve side. They finished well.
6.
That's a good season.
Yeah, but they were separate teams. Like,
They had quite a decent
They only
strike.
become the reserves, didn't
yeah, but they were like
they? A big Duke up front for him does bits, man. Duke's an animal.
Don't
Animal.
Don't massage Duke's
Top
ego.
boy.
Don't massage Duke's ego. Don't go there.
You wouldn't want to mark Duke.
Hey,
Duke
doesn't
will pick
move.
you up, man.
Duke doesn't move.
Pick you up and drag you around the
I'll
pitch.
take
He can pin me up, but he done that.
Does he still right? He still pick you up.
Well,
and
you
you
can
back
finish.
This ain't the Duke show. Let's move on from this way. Right, Weeks. You tell us, Weeks. Come on.
Right, so the best division in West for next season. I can't look beyond Fleet Down, but it's just because I know the name.
It's the
I'm saying.
name. It's the name that sticks to it.
For me,
Yeah, but if someone joined the Sunday League, called themselves Man City, you can't. Do you know what I mean?
It's a
Like,
bit different, but
people join
Like
leagues.
it's the association with the club.
Okay, the last two teams that joined with ballers in their name, you both have slated on the podcast.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know this was your bit.
What are you doing to him, man? You're frustrated.
No, I think. Do you know what?
Tell a shaggy, isn't it?
I think Fleet Down United. You've got to go with them. I'm going to back the shots as well to finish second.
Okay.
Bottom, Las Cabras.
3 for the goats, yeah. Right, for me, I'm gonna probably, I'm gonna give it to the goats as well. And then obviously I'm gonna back Peckham Rye. I think Steve's gonna do a good job. He's motivated and he's
Division suits him.
it probably does.
You
But
could become the big sharks.
he's motivated. Mike Farilla, he's
Players coming in, you could become the big sharks.
He's not Mike Villa anymore, though. He's Mike Booker.
ooh.
Don't start.
Has it become
Let's not get Hooker on it.
I'm going to back Steve. You know, I think he's doing good there. The chats we've had with him.
He's obviously got that.
No, yeah, but he's very enthusiastic about it and a new challenge in that. So I'm going to say them and then Las Cabras. But I think this ADAS Athletic might be down there with Las Cabras.
I just think to win it. No, to finish.
Yeah,
second, I think.
Do you know what?
Nothing about it.
I think Adas will either be brilliant or rubbish.
You can't judge someone by their name.
New teams that are rarely absolute dog shit.
We'll get to dodgy names in a minute when we get to your division, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Right, let's go for the best division now. The King of Arts Media Production Division 6.
Second
Right,
best division.
we've got Fuck Chimera, Draper Close, Footscray Lions Vets, Foresters FC, Highfield Rovers, New Life, Alperton Athletic, Our Lady Seniors, Peckham Rye Reserves, Villapool and Woolwich Common. Let's start with Ed.
Names to jump out. Peckham Rye Reserves have somehow slipped down there. Shocked. I like the name of I like Foresters FC. You see, they've got a nice name, clean badge.
It's not a new name.
I don't know. I think they've
It's not a new name.
Is that a pub team?
Foresters. I don't know.
I've heard of that name before.
I've got them on Twitter, but I can't remember if they've been together for long. I mean, Liverpool obviously winning the division last season by technicality, jumped up. So you'd expect them to be able to.
Do you think they'll be able to carry that momentum on?
Yeah, I think, to be fair, down in from like 6th to 8th, there's going to be a mixture of teams that can probably play in any division. And
You think they'll all take points off each other?
yeah, and I think in that Div 6, I think that it's a good mix.
Alright, if we look at last season,
Orpington Athletic, they was in Div 3 last season, and they're not a bad side. So I think, to be fair, they might have a good run in Div 6.
then, let's look at, say, Chimera, Draper Close, and Highfield. Highfield and Draper were at the top of a stage in the season and going for it, and then tailed away. What do you think? Look,
Well, I mean, depends how you get your fixtures. Anyone can sit at top for a bit and then drop.
We still got to be winning game.
Yeah, but it like the year before last. All the reserves hadn't played anyone. They were top of the division. They hadn't played anyone. Any decent, but they didn't play anyone.
The only team we didn't play that season was Peckham Rye.
They were bastion.
I mean, they lost.
No, they did in the cup final.
We did.
You bashed them in the cup final as well, didn't you?
Everyone's on fit.
Taking out.
Did you play a cup final this year?
I think it was like 5-2 or something.
We won division.
Well, we like the bandits.
We do that.
You can't say that.
We're bandit friendly on this show. Alright, Bill, talk to us about this division. What do you think went wrong then for Highfield and Draper last season? Our lady seniors as well, and
They started strong.
Orpington and Athletic.
Oh no, I thought that Lee's team was Orpington Athletic, but that's Orpington Eagles.
Yeah.
Orpington Athletic are decent.
So again, I don't know too much about the division. I know obviously your reserves.
New Life, obviously.
I'm glad to see them back.
New Life coming back, but
Highfield, I wouldn't go as far as writing Highfield out. Everybody does what he wants to do.
he's got big plans.
His big plans certainly sooner or later will come and work for him. He does work hard for it.
Yeah, he does.
So I'll put my neck out. I'll go first. I'll go with Highfield to win it because I do like him, and I'll go with Peckham Rye reserves to finish second. And the only reason I'm saying Foots, Cray, Lion, Bex is because they're a Bex side and it's a little bit towards the higher end. I know it's only 6 out of 8, but it's a bit tougher in there than what it is down at the bottom.
It might be a step too far.
It might be a step too far, so yeah, I'll go with Highfield. I like what it is. He'll get it right sooner or later. He deserves it.
We've got a Highfield and a Peckham Rye reserves. Ed, who did you have, sorry?
I didn't actually pick. I'd say I'd probably expect to see Peckham Rye reserves up there. Orpington Athletic, I'm expecting to do well.
I don't know nothing about them. They're a new team.
Orpington Athletic, they're in this round last season.
They're free.
Our division. We
They
beat
got
them
some good
2
teams. I
mark.
didn't know that. I thought you did.
And
They came across from the Net League for last season.
So you beat them 2-1-2-0 and they're 3, and now they've dropped to
They was in what? Sorry?
3. And now they've dropped to 6.
Yeah, so where did they finish?
And then that's
Orpington Athletic finished. Well, okay, I've lost my stats. But yeah, I'd expect Peckham Rye to be up there. I think
if they drop down 3 divisions, then surely they'll
I think they'll do well.
I'll stick with mine, but they'll be amongst it, surely.
We just talked to me, what are you saying?
Bottom, no life.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, it's never
No life, definitely bottom. Be lucky to get a point there. Top two.
Top 2's a good one.
Top 2. Do you know what? Draper and Highfield really set the pace last season.
They did, and they tailed away, didn't they?
Yeah.
Lockdown didn't help you.
I don't think it helped.
I don't think they're going to be amongst it this season.
Draper are a good side. Joe's building them up. Highfield again, and Ronnie's building them up. Well, they could be amongst it, but they're not sides to jump out to.
For me, I'm going to go Peckham Rye reserves to win it. 3 teams now, so there'll be a lot of players there to mix around. Second place for me, I saw Chimera recently against Elton Lions. I wasn't that impressed. I'm going to go Villical to finish second.
Alright, what about what?
They're the winners of the best division in Westford, so I've got to give
Wait, who's propping up the division?
no life.
Oh, no life, sorry, my bad. Do you know what? I'm obviously going to back the reserves to finish top 2, but Foresters FC are kind of sticking out to me. Don't know too much. about
Does he know? We don't know. He's got all the inside.
I'll tell you what. I'm actually thinking of something else, so I'm actually just going to scrub that. Let's scrub that. I think obviously the reserves will be up there.
Foresters FC at Brandon.
Yeah, I do think Auckland Athletic could be up there and one of the teams to do it. But I think I might go along the same lines as Billy. You know, if Footscray, Lions, Vets, if they are actually a Vets team, it might be a step too far, and every Sunday it might just be a bit too much. But
Vets team don't necessarily mean.
no Vets, but it might mean that they're gearing up for the Vets.
How old do you have to be?
35.
35.
No, it's not. It's not old. I mean, it is.
In Westfield, you don't have to be 35 to play.
No, but
So
they could have. Yeah, they could have younger players. We're not saying that, but if there are a group of like a Vets team that are staying together, it might just be a bit odd on a Sunday. Everyone getting a lot
smart.
Yeah, they are, and they look after the ball. But sometimes pace and
like you just catch them open.
mate, this is it. Right, let's move on. Euroflow, Div 5, Bexley Knights, Bexley Wanderers, Danson Albion, Lewisham Athletic, Whiteham Forest, Old Fortronians, SE 69ers, SE Niners, SEA Maroon, South Average Joes, South London Athletic, and Toll UK. Weeks, let's start with you because we went to start with Eddie last time. Let's go. Talk to me about this division.
Do you know what? TOL UK is the old team called Ojak.
Is that Metin come from?
So I'm keeping my eyes out for them. The fact they're in
When they got up
they were a good
They was in
side.
the senior at the Premier.
Yeah, they were in the senior, but the fact they've gone in at Division 5, maybe that's not the case. They had lots of good players, so I'll keep an eye out for them next season. SE Niners, I mean, terrible name, so I just want them to finish bottom already.
that's the postcode.
It's an Elton team.
That's Colton.
Lewisham Athletic did really well last
I
season.
know. I forgot about the other half of the postcode.
You threw me off. Lewisham Athletic had a good season last year, finished second in Division 6. Whiteham Forest improved, but find themselves in Division 5. It's a tough
Danson Albion had some good results, didn't they? Get a miss.
They are an up and down team.
Yeah, miss.
They're a bit like W.E.S.F.A. On their day, they're a good side, but when they're not on their game, they
Do we reckon South Ballers are going to pick up this season? That's the question.
don't think so.
South Average Joes, isn't it?
I reckon they'll do right.
South London Athletic, they won their first season, that was really good. Last year, I think they kind of tailed away a little bit. But will they get players back? Will they be out there challenging? I think SCA Maroon Reserves, obviously unknown. Old Fultronians were about last season. So they'll know what it's all about. They will build. Bexley Knights, new side. Obviously, Bexley Wanderers were around from this season. For me, if I was to put it out there, I'd say that Lewisham would be my pick for that. I would pick Lewisham at the top of that division, and then Toll UK challenging. And if I'm looking at the bottom, I hope I'm wrong because I want them to have a good season because I do give them a bit of stick. But South Ballers, for me, could be propping up that division. But what do you reckon, Liz?
I'm going to go with you there, Gibbs. I think you've taken the words right out of my mouth. Lewisham Athletic to win it. Ojak to come second. I think if Metin or Metin's family are involved, then they're football people and they've got lots of contacts for players. So I think they'll be decent for Division 5. To finish bottom, I mean, I want SE Niners to finish bottom already, but I'm going to go with South Ballers. You have to.
Yeah, judging on results from last season, there was no kind of constant run of form. There was kind of nicking results here and there. But they might know what it's all about now. They might have recruited well.
Well, they've dropped down quite a bit, so maybe they'll find their feet in Division 5 and yeah, be better for them.
We do wish everyone good luck, man. It's only our opinions. We want Sunday sides to go out and have good games every week. But Bill, what are you saying about it?
I don't know, Whiteham Forest sticking out to me.
Okay.
They dropped down from Division 1? No, maybe senior.
Whiteham Forest were Division 4 last season. They were 8th.
Who was in the top?
Whiteham Park Rangers, you might be thinking of. They was in Park Rangers. They're in the top level too.
So I'll go with what Gibbs was saying. I think that Lewisham Athletic will probably they're going to be amongst it, of course they are. Don't know nothing about Tower UK, you said the old side, so they've got a chance. So I'll just stick. I don't know why, SE Niners, I've got a funny feeling that might be a team that's already been kicked out of Westford who's come back under a different name.
Are they coming straight out of Carnival?
That's what I believe, and if that's what I think is true, then they'll be up there. So I'll go with SE Niners to finish second, and I'll go with Lewisham Athletic to win it because I'm not completely sure the SE Niners will.
What team do you think they are?
If Billy said
It
that,
doesn't matter who they are.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
If it's
West
them,
Ham accepted them, so they can't go there.
If it's
So who
them-
do you think they are?
if it's them, then I don't want them to finish bottom because they were actually decent last season.
It could be. I'll go with bottom. I don't know why. I'm just going to go with SE Maroon Reserves, only because they're a reserve side, and that's the only reason.
Right, so build. Spill the beans. Come on. Who are
I've
SE
got
Niners?
a feeling that it could be LMFC. It could be.
It is them.
That's not the.
But they didn't register to stay on there. They could have stayed on,
Yeah,
didn't
but
they?
that was too late. When they didn't get reminded. They got politely forwarded a Met League application.
Oh, really?
So,
To be fair though, they was a good side last year.
judging the players that I've spoken to, it could be, but it also couldn't be as well.
But they challenged last year. If that is them, they challenged up at Red Star and Awful.
Yeah,
So
that was still lower.
they were one of 3 teams to concede less than 20 goals.
Really?
If it goes that way,
Right, to be
it
fair,
might be.
if it is them, then you've got to be looking at them to
Yeah,
challenge
yeah,
it.
definitely.
Because obviously, I think they only lost a few last season. 2 of them in the double bank control, Red Star and Awful. And that predominantly decided the league. But if that is them,
If it is
It
them,
might not be, but I've heard
they've got
only.
if it is them, then they shouldn't be in Division 5 in my
You
opinion.
know what division was they in last season?
Div 5. They were second in Div 5 last. If it is,
So it might not be
We're
them.
guessing.
We're guessing, but it might not be them. But if it is them, you've got to assume that they're going to be out there challenging.
Anyway, yeah, I take back what I said about them.
No, you said it now. End of season video. Come.
What you saying?
For me, Div 5, Lewisham Athletic, they were one of 2 teams to beat Kingfisher Reserves last season. And I've heard they're good, so I'd expect them to be up there.
Yeah.
SE Niners again, if they're on WE.S.F.A, I'm expecting them to be up there. South Ballers, I'm going to go against what you're saying. I think they'll do alright in Division 5. Toll UK, if it is Turkojak, or if they've got some of the players from back then, I reckon they're going to be up there. I'm thinking everyone's up there.
Ed, you're on the top 5.
Yeah. Right. For me, right, to win the division, I'm going to go SE Niners, if it is LMFC.
Okay.
It might not be.
It might not.
Mr. It might not be. He said, how many times has he said that?
Bill stitching us up. Lewisham Athletic to come second, and to get relegated, I'm going to say SEA Maroon Reserves.
Back on, here we go. Pat Tansley, Division 4. Beacons, Light Dimming, Bexley FC, FC Barker, no, they don't get the park now. Hartford FC, Inter Belvedere, Junior Red Sports, Kingsford FC, Local Legends, Cell FC, Shooters Hill Spartans, and Spring Hill United Reserves.
The old Sharks,
Big Dogs, talk to me.
Only team I really. No, these Bexley FCs weren't they ones who were crying?
No.
Yeah.
Crying because they didn't get their trophies or something.
Yeah.
Points per game. Pathetic.
Yeah, that was Bexley FC. To be fair, they stopped the Peoples actually winning the league last year, didn't
It's
they?
a one-on draw, yeah, wasn't it?
2-2.
Daniel Town.
I heard it was a nuts game.
It was Daniel Town, wasn't it?
Like 1-1.
I think
Did I win a trophy for that as
yeah,
well?
that's what I was going to say.
I think it was a Meridian.
Yeah, I think it was a Meridian.
Yeah, Meridian.
Right, yeah.
Did they all do a trophy for the Supreme?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, final in that day. You're right.
Apparently, people got a late pen.
Yeah.
And then on taking kick-off on the counter-attack, Bexley FC ball whipped in, back post head or something like that. And
It went nuts.
It went nuts. It's like they ate it. They absolutely ate it.
Ed's a bit of a stammer, isn't he?
Oh, he's a sadder, not a star.
Listen, you can't take it and make up something better.
No, I like it. Listen,
Right, so
I
Beacons.
started.
No, I like the his local legend, but
Beacons been hit and miss. Bexley could be there challenging. Barker, I'm going to say very good side.
Beacon's finished 4th or 5th this year.
Yeah, but you know what it was like.
It's not a dimmer switch anymore.
It was dimmering, flickering, bright.
Beatons finished 3rd in Div 5.
Did they finish 3rd?
Yeah.
Hartford Athletic and Inter Belvedere, new sides. Junior Red Sports,
Finished 5th Div 4.
yeah. Kingsford FC, new sides. Local legends. Cell, I don't think they had the best of seasons. Shooters Hill Spartans were doing alright, weren't they?
Yeah, I think
Finished 3rd.
it was fine.
They were right there, like looking to win it.
Spring Hill United Reserves,
Oh,
they didn't have the best of seasons, did they? No. So, right, who sticks out for you there, Ed? Because obviously there's a lot of new sides. I think it's hard to put your neck out and say, I think this team's going to win it because there's so many new teams in there that where'd you go? You just kind of take the stab in the dark.
I know, so I give Spring a lot of shit. But
Chris Elliott's going to be managing them.
yeah,
They could be quite
This is the problem with that club. It's
More like it's rotten up the core.
to be fair, when we played Spring for the first time this season, I think
You got lucky, didn't you?
you
You won 2-1.
you 1-2-1. They were 1-0 up against us. Yeah, and they were just to be fair to them, they were coming at us. Chris Elliott turned up. We go on and score 2 goals.
Obviously, that's what happens.
To be fair, we deserved to win in the end. I think we done enough in the second half to do it. We had scored an absolute scream. It was unreal. But after we played them, everyone said we don't think they're a team that should be at the bottom of the division. So I think dropping down. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't deny
But
that.
you know what it's like though? Sometimes people see the fixtures, they'll say, oh, Bolton won everyone there this week, yeah. But then next week they'll play, it could be like South Borders or
I've
something.
had that all season.
And they won't be as motivated or up for the game.
Oh
Do you know
yeah,
what I
to be
mean?
fair, when they turned up against us, we've always had the rivalry, and they turned up to beat us.
Yeah, so
Like, we got the best out of them, but I still think.
So the week after though, and when you've done it consistently this season, they haven't probably had that on a consistent basis. So
Yeah, maybe.
so that's probably why they was where they was. But if they could get their team out every week on a consistent basis, they're like yourselves, then you'd probably fancy them to challenge. But we all know it's alright. It's alright. on paper,
They could be a bit.
But looking at squads on paper don't really lead to you know
I
what I mean?
suppose. Yeah. I watch you one. I'll say.
Slow down, right, Ed? Right, get him a lemonade.
Right. Bexheath FC, I reckon they're up there. Junior Sports, they did alright last season, so they could be up there. I'm going to say, to win it, Bexheath.
Okay.
Second, Shooters Hill Spartans. I think LFC are a decent side when they get the team out. I don't know much about the rest of them, to be honest.
Okay.
A new team could jump up and surprise us. Local legends.
Yeah, I like the sound of
Do you
that.
think that when you put a name on a team like that,
No,
that you're
that's-
putting a lot of
that's-
pressure
that's
on
the
yourself
problem.
already?
That's the
This is for banter.
They're from a very small village, so there's not very many.
To be fair, yeah, you know,
It's
sorry,
60 people.
local legends are getting relegated. I can't agree with your team.
Yeah,
It's like fair play to it, but it's like a FIFA name, isn't it? You know, like
Yeah.
something that you've made
I'm
up
not
on the
surprised.
computer.
That's the thing. Like, when you form a team with your mates, like that's gonna be a wicked name.
Can you tell me a team that's ever been good that's had legends in their name?
Tell me a team that's ever had legends in there.
On FIFA,
Yeah, on FIFA.
some fucking good ones.
Yeah, but this is for
Adidas All-Stars.
This is Sunday League football. No Sunday League football with legends in their name. I mean, they could
I
have.
mean, here's the thing: if they're going to be mustard, because you have to. I mean, as we always say, you have to back it up. You want to walk around to that, you have to be mustard, or you're going to be shit.
Yeah, but then
There's
the
no-
committee would have been interviewed them and they've gone straight into force, so they're literally
They fancy a bit of it.
like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose. But
They've
I could be wrong.
got to have some players that maybe the committee recognise or that they know about. Or
I hope they can back it up.
okay,
I hope so.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to say they get relegated. I want to see them at the top.
all right, Phil, what about you, sir?
No, only based on what Andrew said as well.
But don't take what
No,
I say.
I'm saying Shooters Hill Spartans are going to be up there. With Bexley, so we know that's the top two. But then I think that local legends will be up there. Don't know why, just the name, I like it. The name I like it, to surprise you.
Who's getting
And
relegated?
at the bottom, can't stand fucking Spring Hill, so Spring Hill deserves.
All right, Weeds, what are you having?
I got back Shooters Hill Spartans to win it. To be
To
honest.
win it all the way?
Yeah. I'm a Spartan because I took a picture of with a shoe on my head, so I am a Spartan now.
Okay.
So I'm going to back the boys to win it. I think Beacons could struggle going up the division. They have struggled in previous years. They had a good year last year, but because I'm not going to back the new teams to go down, I don't know enough about them. No disrespect to Beacons, but I'm going to back Beacons to go down. Second place, I'm going to go for Barker. Bexley, we know Bexley for a good side, but they were in Div 4 last year. Didn't set the world alight. The biggest thing they did was to stop the People's title challenge.
And you know they probably had the whole squad out that
Yeah, they had everyone, and we know that.
If they get the whole squad out, they're doing right, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to go for Shooters Hill Spartans to win it. Barker second, and Beacon to finish bottom.
Can I change my answer on relegation? Which game? Spring United reserves to go down.
It is. Okay.
I agree. Don't know.
I don't think, for me, I don't think.
No, I don't like it.
I don't think Springer will go down. I don't think they'll go down.
I don't think
As much
The thing is, I don't, they probably won't play out.
I absolutely love Jason Jennings and co, but just the club itself has always had a run.
Okay. I mean, I think we give Chris banter and stick, but we all need.
We love Chris.
he deserves it.
But we need people like Chris in the game.
I've heard the R fills the water bottle. We don't even do that properly.
Well, apparently Chris used to be a bit of a player.
We can't.
Yeah, but you heard that from Chris.
Yeah. Do you mean with the women or with the
I know both. He's a DJ.
Yeah.
He knows how to mix it. He knows how to mix it up.
Yeah?
Been to one of my parties?
No, I'm not going to play. He don't like me very much.
Alright, for me, I think Cell will get relegated if I'm being honest. That's just my opinion.
You know, Shooters Hill Spartans said they were the best footballing team they played
But
last
no,
season.
still, I watched them play once. They can play. They might not get the results, but they play the right way.
I'm going to
It's a big difference.
stick my neck on the line. I'm going to say the top two. I'm going to say Barker. And I'm going to go with Hartford Athletic.
Who's this heart?
I honestly don't know. But you know,
Do you know something we don't?
no, I don't honestly. But you know, like,
Gibbs
sometimes,
Murillo over it. Knows he's got all the inside, isn't
Some-
he?
Got Michael.
sometimes
The OCG.
when you see names of
Definitely.
teams, I think you can tell a little bit.
Michael, they definitely they got serious as well.
Yeah, you can tell when they've got a bit of a serious name when they're trying. Like, do you know what I mean?
You and Michael. AC12. Only.
We worked on the ladder and a large fella.
Mike and Dan Murillo.
Right,
Probably up.
Alright, let's have OCG talk here tonight. Come on. Alright, remember, Dave Lucas left the building. Alright, don't worry about that. Alright, let's look at the. It's the Mark Dolby Sports Foundation Div 3. We've got Abbeymead, Shit Sports W.E.S.F.A. Oh, sorry, Boulder Sports W.E.S.F.A. Bexley Hawks, Catholic Club, Elton Town, Mottingham Park Rangers, New Cross Rovers United, Petswood Vultures, the Peoples, Welling Park Spartans, and Woolwich Royals. Weeks, as you went last, who is sticking out for you there?
God, do you know what? This is actually
It's a good division.
a real good division. God, I mean, Abbeymead, they've had that pedigree over the years of being a decent side.
They just folded and come back for the end of the season.
Abbeymead played, but they're just kind of one of them teams. They just linger around.
Yeah,
That's
They're
what
like, you know, like when like Leeds was in Division 2 or something, and people said they're like a sleeping giant. Wouldn't you assume of Abbeymead as one of those teams? Like,
I think they've started again last season.
they just
with some young
linger
players.
around,
But
mixed results.
for me, Abbeymead, decent side. Borden Sports, I know that particular side weren't particularly great last year, but any Borden, you see the name Borden and you think that they're going to have some players. Like, not just because he's a city. I'd love for the fucking Bandits to be shit, to be honest, but
It's been diluted, I mean, since the Dolbies.
Too many.
With like Bill and Mark and Adam, Ryan.
Borden
The rest of it's filtered down. I've tried to live off the name.
So you've got Abbeymead.
It's been diluted, the quality.
We expect to be
Tell me
decent.
about Bolton team. Borden Sports Westwood.
Borden Sports will be decent. Bexley Hawks, title winners last season.
I like the Hawks.
I like the Hawks. Catholic Club have gone up a long
Fair
way.
play. They have to credit where it's due. The Catholic Club. They've jumped from second in Division 7 to Division 3. And they've asked to go up. Fair play.
For
Big
me,
champions.
Elton Town may struggle next season. I haven't seen them last year. Mottingham Park Rangers, similarly, they could struggle. New Cross Rovers United, that's their reserves side, basically, isn't it? Gibbs?
Yeah, that's Virillo's reserve. So
OCG.
So I don't know about them. Petswood Vultures bottled it for the England game, so they can finish bottom as far as I'm concerned. The Peoples have been on a decent trajectory. They've gone up. They keep improving.
Do you think that with the Peoples, they've done well when they was in, what was it? They was there, they was 6,
Too high
and
now.
there was 4. Do you think it's going to level out and they're going to find their feet?
It may well level out, but they ain't going to get relegated from that division. They'll be top half minimum next season. Welling Park Spartans hit and miss on their day. They're a good side, and Woolwich Royals proved that they were probably right to step down a division last season to Division 3. So
Yeah,
I don't know. It's hard to call out a
Very
win.
tough.
it's a very competitive one, isn't it?
You know what? To win, Borden Sports W.E.S.F.A have gone down a couple of divisions, so I'm going to back them to win that this season. Div 3 and second place in the best division in Westford last year. I'm going to go Catholic Club to finish second.
Who's propping it up?
Petrol Vultures, because they're bottle jobs.
Pettswood. Do you know what? For me, I'll always back the Hawks. I really like Bexley Hawks. I like them as a club. I'm going to say the Catholic Club. They took Jam last season, didn't they? Before lockdown and stuff, and won. They only lost 1-0 in a cup game. So at the time when they was Division 7, yeah, 100%. So Division 7 to a Prem team, and now they've gone to Division 3. I'm going to say it's going to be Catholic Club and Bexley Hawks up there. And just because of the run that they seem to be on, it's got to get better for Oldham Town, but I don't know if that's this season. I just see maybe Oldham Town languishing around maybe near the bottom, for being honest. It's just an opinion of what we see and what's based, but
I refereed them last season, and I've got to say there wasn't much about them.
Oldham Town.
Yeah, there wasn't much about them.
Shane's Oldham Town, isn't it? The manager, Shane.
I don't know the name of the changed it.
what you said.
They struggled anyway against Red Velvet, and there's some pretty good competition there for Div 3, and I can't see it getting much right for them next season.
Okay, so weeks, who did you go for?
To win it, let's have a look. Borden.
Okay, so Borden Sports W.E.S.F.A.
I went Catholic Club second.
Yeah, alright, so Catholic Club for me as well, Bexley Hawks. So what about you then? How's it look for you?
I think this is where you see like the competition ramp up for the divisions.
Yeah.
And like you can hear it now, you all don't know it's big. So for me, to win that division, Borden Sports W.E.S.F.A. Got to back the
Are you
club.
saying that with your head or your heart?
I'm heavily biased, but I genuinely think. I mean, so, yeah, they've dropped down a couple of divisions. If they can keep the spine of the team, and they've got experienced heads in that side, so they'll be able to. I think they'll do well. To be honest, so of course I'm backing them because they're part of the club. Big fan of Bexley Hawks. I want to see them up there. So if Borden don't win it, I want Bexley Hawks to win. So I'm going to say they finish second, but of course you can't look past the sides like Welling Park Spartans when they get side out, unreal. Again, Woolwich Royals, before the break, they were storming.
Was it Woolwich Park Spartans? Was that the only team to beat?
The only team to beat us last season was Rustlers.
Bastards.
Yeah, we done 4-0 in the first game. Didn't get our first
You're
gear.
losing to Bastards.
Yeah, we didn't get our first gear, and then the second game we still didn't get our first gear, and they caught us 2 screamers. Yeah. We lost, but at the end of the day, we lost. We didn't deserve to win the second game. So yeah, fair play to them. But yeah, Borden Sports, Bexley Hawks to get relegated. I'm going with either Morton Park Rangers or Oldham Town. To be honest.
Okay, so we've got.
I'm just looking at the clubs there, and I think they're my least likely to see do well. To be honest.
Obviously, Woolwich Royals, the Peoples, Welling Park Spartans were there. Pettswood Vultures from last season. Do you see any of them making waves or challenging?
To be honest, I think the Peoples are going to find a good challenge now against sides. See, here's the thing: below Division 3, you see a lot of time teams have really good attacks and they can have great strikers, but their defence doesn't match up.
Okay.
So I think now, so Peoples FC have always had a really good attack. I don't think they've always had the best defensive capabilities. So when they're coming against sides that can actually defend and actually like get beyond the ball, they might struggle. To be honest. But they're always a good team. They're always going to score goals. So yeah, but to be honest, I don't know if I see them finishing in top 5.
What about Woolwich top 5? What about Woolwich Royals? They was really up there, weren't they? I think was they like 8 for 8 or something, 9 for 9, and they kind of tailed off, didn't they? They was really up there.
Yeah, they went on a bad run. Yeah, played us, lost. Played Adelaide, lost. Played Spring. I think they lost the game to Spring. I can't remember.
A few additions though for them, and you think they could tweak it and be up there challenging?
They get their side out, they can do all right. But yeah, I mean, if they can hit a run of form, fair enough. But it's the same. If Welling Park Spartans gets their side out, I think they're one of the best teams in the division.
Okay.
When we played them, they played quality football. Like, they played really good football. They didn't have the numbers against us. And I think we just picked them, but it was a really good game.
Okay.
Are we calling this the Ed Show?
He's allowed to say.
I'll stay quiet for the rest of this.
What are you saying? Come.
No further, maybe no further than Belgium. For me, I know they're going to keep literally the majority of the squad. Can't see how they cannot win Division 3. I watched them against Wales in that final and they pushed them all the way.
Okay.
So I would be heavily influenced towards Belgium winning it. And I'll go as far as I fancy Nottingham Park to finish second.
Okay.
And it was between Nottingham Park and Petchwood. I like Petchwood. I played against them in our first season. They're very organised and very just strong. I don't think they can push up as far as that.
Let's start to play them in the
Yeah, they won a couple of days, so bottom of the league.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's a very hard, but it's Elton Town. If it shows Elton Town, they're not the best. So they're Elton Town to prop it up, Ballon to win it, and Nottingham Park Rangers to finish second.
So a mixture, really.
That's my opinion.
Predictions. Okay. Let's go to Div 3, Ocean Financial Solutions Limited, Div 2, sorry, rather. AFC Kingfisher, Advent Mighty Royals, Crocodile Sundays, Elton Lions, Falconwood, FC Forza Greenwich, Junior Reds Athletic, Alberton Eagles, Phoenix Knights, Red Star Moorfield, and Woolwich 90.
That's a nice division, you know. That's a really, really good division.
Is this the week show?
I'm just saying.
It's a good division.
It's a good division.
It is a very competitive division. Something that sticks out for me there, though, is Advent Mighty Royals.
Do you know why?
Big jump.
But do you know what? From what I've heard, they've asked for it, so fair play to them.
They can't be playing with 8 and 9s.
No, I think
Apparently they've got a whole.
yeah, I think they've had a few new players join the club, and they've actually took players off other clubs, and they've asked to go that high. So credit where it's due. Kingfisher are kind of your consistent, steady side, aren't they? Like they get a team out every week, they get good results, but then they will lose games to teams that you wouldn't expect them to. Crocodile Sundays, we all know last season, Sharks should have probably started in this division. Eltham Lions, do you know what? Since I've joined W.E.S.F.A, just one of the teams that
You never know what you get.
on their day, you know, if they get everyone out, they are a very good side.
Yeah.
Falconwood, obviously this is last season's reserves because the first team have gone to Saturdays, but will there be
few of them?
will there be first team players that didn't move to Saturdays that want to play Sundays?
It's
But I think
Yeah.
it's a case of if they want to play side loader.
Yeah.
They're a young side.
They're young, they all love football, they're going to want to play as much as they can.
You've got Forza Greenwich, consistent team, again, know what it's all about. Junior Reds Athletic, again, consistent. It's been a hard season for them. Alberton Eagles, very surprised last season with the season they had, because I would have had them up there challenging, but they lost quite a lot. Phoenix Knights had some good results. Red Star Moorfield obviously took the division by storm that they won, so they've jumped up. Woolwich 90, obviously, Mike Varillo cleaned them out. They on the verge of folding, and now they've come back.
Yeah.
But for me, it's such a tough division. But I can see the top two, even top three, to be honest, being probably my picks for top three would be Crocodile, Eltham Lions, and Red Star Moorfield. And then relegation.
How can you not look beyond Advent Mighty Royals after what we know about?
Yeah, but from what I've heard,
They've got some balance to step up, though, so they must have a plan in place.
do you know what? I'm gonna, just because of the way they finished, and can they G themselves up to start with again after pulling out, and will players be the same as Woolwich United? I'm going to go for Village 90. Sorry, lads, to get relegated there. But Ed, what are you saying?
Like you said, competitive division massively. Surprised, obviously surprised about the white rules popping up, but again, they apparently have signed those players. Surprised to see, a little bit surprised to see Junior Reds jump up. They finished third in Div 3. I reckon they could have had a really good division, a really good season there this year. So, I mean, fair play to make the jump. Red Star Northfield, big jump from Div 5. Cropping Hill, big jump from Div 6. But again, kind of sides, the way they played, you expect to be up there. In fact, again, I'm expecting first team players from last year to play this season. Yeah. But to win it, I think it's got to be Cropping Hill Sundays for me. I've got friends over there, and I've seen them play quite a bit, and they can do it.
Okay.
Second, I'm looking at Falcon or Elton Lions. Elton Lions play really good football. I think they're just a goal scorer away from being an outrageous team.
Yeah.
I think they're Elton Lions. They create so many chances and they're really disciplined and they put it on you. But I just don't think they finish as much as other teams do. Just from what I've seen. To get relegated, I'm looking at. We see how Village 90 shape up again, having right rules. If it's a completely new setup, that doesn't always work out. So I'm going to say having right rules. I hope I'm proved wrong, but I can't advise that.
Okay. Bill?
I'm looking at it all now.
Have you lost to any of these teams, Will?
I don't lose to many. I don't think you've lost to any of them. Elton Lions, no. No, that beat Orpington Eagles in the cup. Village 90, that. But I look at it and sticks out to me is I will stick my neck out and I'll go Red Star Northfield to win it.
Yeah, good side.
And I'll have a toss up because I think Cropping Hill were judged on Kingfisher obviously being the reserves and being a lot further down.
Do you think I'll get Saturday players?
And I watched the game and I was impressed, but I wasn't overly impressed.
Under the name of Cropping Hill now, will they get Saturday players down?
No,
that maybe not getting a game for Cropping Hill on a
I
Saturday.
don't think so.
It's just the ground, but they'll just be called
That
that.
shit hole over the roundabout.
So then you could flip it and say if they start losing games where they're used to winning every week, will they still have that same
I think they're finding it a lot harder than what there was in the business. I watched them play Highfield, and Highfield wasn't in the first game, but they was in the second one. And they was impressive, but they wasn't over impressive.
Okay.
So I'll go with Red Star Northfield because obviously McNuffy and all that. They had a score out even at full. They had a full. Scores goals. Scoring goals probably
Scored loads of goals.
20 years ago when I was playing with him. We're still doing it now.
Yes, he's Western's top goal scorer.
If I had to pick a team to go down, as much as everyone says it, I would have to go with Advent White and Worlds.
Okay.
Because it just might be a bit too far from for me.
Okay. We talk about these teams week in, week out. There's no new sides in there really. So really and truly we should know our stuff here. What are you saying about this division?
I think, like Billy said, I think Red Star are going to be strong. We know that. They struggled it really last season. Nice to see Village 90 back. We don't like to see team folding, so it's good to see them back. Cropping Hill Sundays, we know they're the Sharks. That have been in a few interesting games with them against their old club mates, Kingfisher. Elton Lions are strong. I've seen them in a couple of friendlies, charity games recently, and to me they look good for Division 2. Forza seem to nick a result and they need one. They found some results last year to stay in the division, and Junior W.E.S.F.A with Ben, they've got a real good striker who knows how to score goals. So it's looking like a real good division. For me to win, I'm going to go Red Star. I think they've got a lot of players from Old Rome.
They pull a lot of
yeah, they do. They've got
sign them all on. They've got an option to play when you need them. That's a big draw.
I'm going to go for Red Star to win that. Second place, I'm going to go for Cropping Hill. A good battle between them and Elton Lions, I think, for second place, but I can see Cropping Hill doing it. And to finish bottom, for me, it's going to be between Advent Mighty Royals and Phoenix Knights. But I'm going to go with Advent Mighty Royals just on history
Okay.
from what we know about them. 4 out of 4 now.
Alright, well let's I didn't go for them to be fair. So
Who's that? A 4 out of 4 for what? Andy White Williams.
I picked Williams
Yeah,
92.
remember, they've got some arsehole to step up from where they were, so if it goes wrong, they still deserve the respect of having a go. So you can't have a go.
Oh, they
Yeah,
could
they're not trying, the thing is, they're not trying to hide. They could have stuck.
Yeah, they could have signed players. Six. They could have signed
6 for
players.
2.
They could have signed players and stayed in Div 6.
What
Yeah,
did they
sure.
finish? What did they finish in 6th?
On the third box.
Third bottom have gone up 4 divisions, so you've got to take your hat off and say they're game for it.
They're massive. To be
Whether it works or not, they deserve a little bit of praise.
Well, we know by November, won't we?
Alright,
I'm hoping they don't get like bashed about. Like,
End of August.
alright, Danson Property Services, Div 1. We've got Eddie's Borden Sports Reserves, Crayford Arrows, Crayford Athletic, Duchess of Kent, Eltham Rovers, Footscray Lions, Greenwich Elite, LaSalle Solid Crew, Red Velvet, SCA Maroon, and Wellington Sundays. Ed, this is your division, so we will start with you. Alright, what's your opinions and what's the squad saying?
what is in my squad?
Yeah, your squad. How they feeling about the division and the challenge? Because I think you've gone from 3 to 1.
Yeah, it's a big jump, to be honest. And I think everyone knows it's a challenge. They're up for the challenge. To be honest, it's not a case of we're going to turn up expecting to beat them.
What's start with it?
Ready for it. We're all ready for it. We're all in this together. We're all one team. Everyone's looking to back each other. And at the end of the day, we can put there. So we're going to do our best to mix it up with everyone else.
Is Togwell coming back?
He's over at Property.
Yes, Nathan's coming back.
He's enjoying it there.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
Must be after being shafted by the bandits.
Yeah, we're sure.
Did you shaft?
No.
Togwell? You sure? You're smiling.
I didn't shaft him at all. Right?
Justice for Togwell.
That's not justice for Togwell.
But right, it's not like that. At the end of the day, Luke was bagging goals like hat-tricks per game. So it's hard to start another strike.
Start 2.
That's not hard.
Your division, it's easy.
Play 3 up front.
But I knew he was.
It's alright.
I knew he wasn't too happy. Obviously, not playing as much. So that's why I spoke to Dave, and
You got him full. That's the sign of a good manager.
yeah, it's like he wanted to play in a different team. I made sure he went somewhere that would appreciate him, and they have done it. I think he's scored like 7 this season. He smashed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a new man. Massive effect.
Yeah, great.
7!
Right. So obviously Crayford Arrows, Crayford Athletic been around
Must take the top.
from this season. Duchess of Kent dropped,
Yeah.
so that's going to be a tough one. Eltham Rovers, new side.
I don't know anything about him. To be
Footscray Lions didn't have the best season.
They're still a good team. Expect him to challenge the players.
Greenwich Elite. Now, what are we saying on LaSalle Solid Crew? Do you think they're going to be this end of the spectrum or this end of the
So
spectrum?
they're a 7-side team
Yeah.
converted to 11-side. Now, I mean, you can't say that none of them played. They must have played 11-side football before. To come in at this
You
standard.
cannot play football. It's similar to not allowed to play football.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Right, we all know it's the difference. So
It's just a different game.
the attacking aspect.
It's a different game,
Not going to come as false.
but yeah, they're converting. So I can't. You don't know how that's going to go. You can't say it's going to go bad. You can't say
You think it's going to be the first one ever played on grass?
Nah, no way.
No, but it's not that good. You know yourself, a 5-a-side player is not so much read on at
Yeah,
11
but I've
side.
got a funny feeling that them players
You don't
ain't.
go into Division 1 if you're rubbish.
Yeah, no way.
They must have.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably because they applied for a name like that and West bullshit. Like, here we are. Or they
Would
could've-
Westford know even in the social they
They could have looked at it.
I can't see Jace or Dave Phone or Dave Booker at the time.
They could have the social group shirts on.
They need to let someone in called 420.
Yeah, but it's a banter name. It's for 7-side, 5-side, and if you're winning league with a name like that, fair enough. But
Right, so let's narrow it down. Who's winning that division?
I've got a backup.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm not saying you're going to walk over everyone. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm not going to say no one turns up to lose.
No.
So I'm not turning up to not win the division.
Red Velvet, serious side.
Serious side.
Maroon challenging this
You've
season.
been
Good
sacked.
side.
You've been sacked.
Don't sack him.
No,
No, you can't.
He's gone. Just check it. No, he's gone.
Mate,
Alright.
That Mark Dolby to
Wellington Sundays.
yeah.
I don't know much about them.
Hit or miss last season. Picked up decent side.
Everyone in that division is a decent side.
Right, so who's getting relegated?
Who's getting relegated?
Well, Greenwich Elite, the young stars from last season.
The young side were a decent side last season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's who Greenwich Elite are.
Listen, I don't know much about any of these teams. I'm sticking my neck out and saying,
Such a bottle job.
I am a bottle job. Listen, I like my stabs.
He's the Petworth Vultures.
It's Ilkeston and Staples.
Right, I'm going to go either Crayford Arrows or
I'm going to push you, Ed. Come on, 3, 2.
I'm going to go Crayford Arrows or SCA Maroons get relegated. I don't know much about anyone else.
SCA Maroon.
They finished 4th Div 2.
Weeds, come on, tell me. What do you know about this division?
It's a very good division as far as I'm concerned. The Bandits might not quite have enough this season, in my opinion.
I reckon they might have shut their load too quick. Didn't you say that about us before the season did different?
I didn't say anything. Anyway, it's public anyway.
It's my division.
Crayford Arrows, mid-table for me. Crayford Athletic, got some good players, but didn't set the world right last season. Duchess of Kent dropped down from the senior. Could be good, but the fact they're dropping down probably points towards the fact they've lost some players.
Sharky or?
I doubt
I
it.
doubt it.
Only one division can really be judged like that.
Elton Rovers, I know a few of the Blackheath boys have gone there, so they could be good. Footscray Lions, if the rumours are true, a few of the Southwark Town boys have gone across from the W.E.S.F.A. Div 2, so they could be handy. Southwark Town from that division, I think they like a drink on a Saturday night, so it might be a struggle for them. Greenwich Elite, the Young Stars, London Cup finalists, but they were handily beaten by Selhurst in that final. They're so solid crew, I just can't take them seriously. Red Velvet will be decent next season for me. SE.
Weeds, you've got 21 seconds to go.
I'm going to go for Red Velvet to win.
21 seconds.
I'm going to go Red Velvet to win it.
Okay.
I'm going to go for. Let's go for Crayford Athletic to finish second. Actually, I think they'll improve this year. They were good bunch. I think it's their 10th.
Nah, correct.
I think it's their 10th year anniversary this year, so they're going to enjoy their season. To finish bottom, I'm going to go for Wellington Sunday.
Ooh, okay. Bill, what do you know about this division? You ever lost on any of these teams? I reckon they're so solid, we might turn them over.
No, they've lost none of these. Right. Oh, I'll go from the start. Bowden Sports Reserves won their division. I think they've gone up too far. That's only my opinion, obviously.
Yeah, but Div 2's tough and all, so I mean, there's much.
If I was looking at it, I would actually.
Yeah,
I'd say Div 2. Look, it's a lot harder
than Division 1.
than Div 1. If I'm being honest.
Top teams in Div 2, in my opinion, are probably stronger than the top teams in Div 1.
Oh, yeah,
It's very hard to pick a strong top team in Division 1.
If I was you, I'd prefer to stay in Div 1.
It's competitive. It's still competitive.
I think I'd have to go with Andrew and go with. I think the Red Velvet will do the job. I think they'll be up there, but then I don't agree. I think Wellington will be up there as well. You're saying you fancy them, but if I had to go top and second, I'd probably go Red Velvet to win it and Footscray Lions to come second.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you know what it's like.
Do you know what? I know.
And if I had to pick a team to finish bottom, I don't know a lot, but maybe Crayford Arrows.
Yeah, to be honest,
Only my opinion, like I said, that looks about right to me.
if I'm looking at it, I'm going to say Crayford Arrows probably propping up the division, but
They were good last season, weren't they?
To be fair, this is the problem when you get to the divisions like this. It's not you saying a team shit. It's just that the ones you're picking out.
I thought they were like top 5 or something last
You
season.
Crayford Athletic to finish in the top 10.
Yeah, but that's because I like Crayford Athletic, so I'm Lincoln, but I like
Right. Alright, if I had to pick the top 2, I'm gonna say Red Velvet, and I think Ed's Mob will be up there challenging as well. To be honest, so I give him a credit where I give him credit best due.
If I was honest with them, you're looking at 11 teams in there now. And I say it on this, I don't mind. I think they will majorly be lucky to finish in the top 6.
What, Edmond?
Yeah.
He's backed every other London team except the Bandits.
I think that's
I think you're underestimating. I think Division 1 is a lot more suitable for them than Division 2. Look at the teams in Division 2.
A step too far for me. I hope they're wrong and I hope they win it by 40 points.
Okay.
But
Right, let's go to the name. Weeks. What do we think on the name? A one-word answer. The So Solid Group.
Shit.
Bill.
disgusting.
Ed.
Brave.
It is brave.
It is brave.
It is brave. It is brave.
Right, let's move up now. Come on. Right, senior division now.
Right, this
Teams
is
we all know.
this is. Do you know what? This is the best division.
Right, you ready? You ready? This is the Happy Bellies, Catherine Grill. Barnhurst,
No.
Barnhurst, Blackfen and Erith, Burridge Blues, Granite, Meridian, Metro Massive, Metro Gas, Mildeen, New Cross, Northern Eagles, and Rising Talents. I am going to start off, Bill. I ain't started with you for a little while, so let me pull you out of the bunch here. Come
To be fair, as Andrew said, I think this is the best division at the age for me. This is your father's been there, done it. Blackford and Erith, Jones Mob, they're half decent. Burridge Blues, what?
Should be in the Prem for them.
No, for me they shouldn't be in the Prem. They would be.
They're a good side, but if they're an agent side.
If they lose their first 3 games, they won't get to
As far as Blues are an agent side, what about Barnhurst?
Yeah, but they're in the same division, then, aren't they?
Then you've got Granite,
Oh yeah,
who have stepped up after winning their division. Meridian, who I was very impressed with, winning out final. Metro Massive, you never know what they're getting them. Metro Gas, obviously a new side from the Bromley League. Mildeen, we all know and love, which love them to do well, but it's going to be a big ask for them. New Cross, Northern Eagles, Rising Talents.
I think you've got to give New Cross their credit as well. Jumping up. They've asked to go up, didn't they?
Never give.
And then you've got the same way you've got to do to they didn't win the division. Granite, no, they didn't. Granite, they came second. Granite, Mildeen, obviously, they've all took big jumps, didn't they?
If I'm looking at it like Barnhurst, you look at Barnhurst, you think they've been there, they've done it. But I still don't think they have enough to get past some of these sides. I don't. I think that they will have a major say. I'll be very surprised if anyone out of that not beat Barnhurst twice over the season.
Alright, Bill, I'm going to run through and I want a one-word answer on every team. Rising Talents.
Decent.
Northern Eagles.
Down.
New Cross Rovers.
Average.
Mildeen.
Love them.
Metro Gas.
Don't.
Metro Massive.
Rusty.
I'd say higher. Meridian Sports.
Favourites.
Granite.
Won't be playing in the
Tough.
senior division next season.
Tough.
Burridge Blues.
Clever.
Do you say toughness in their name?
No, they've got some solid, they're tough.
Solid, is that
They're
number
gonna be
one?
hard to beat.
Oh, Granite, hard. That's
They're
three
gonna be hard
times
to
then,
beat. They're going to be hard to beat.
Alright, Blackfen and Erith. Blackfen Erith for play.
We all do it. We all make mistakes, mate. We all make
We do. I think that one word answer, struggling.
Okay, Barnhurst.
Aging.
Okay, so judging off that then, who is top 2 and who's going up?
Honestly, in my opinion, I played Meridian, we won 3-2 in the cup final. But watching how they dealt with Mildeen, whoever Mildeen had players that still had a few too many on the night before, and blah blah blah.
I was convinced.
I've had all the excuses, but I will stick my neck out and I'll go. I honestly fancy Meridian to win their division.
Meridian.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, second, who's going to be challenging?
I've got to go with Burridge Blues because they were there last year, but they finished third. Getting rid of Royals and technically the best 2 teams, for me, they're going to be up.
Getting rid of 2 best teams though, but then also replacing them with a lot of quality.
Yeah, but I still think that
it.
the two teams that have gone up are better than the teams that have come into that division.
That's the best senior division that W.E.S.F.A's had for a very long time, the most competitive anyway. I know a couple of years ago you had 4 teams that all got promoted into the Prem, but that as a division is
Very strong. I think before there was a split, so the top half was good,
Yeah.
the bottom half, the top teams would take points off, and then we'll just take the points off each other. So who's getting relegated? Bill?
For me, I look at it and I can't look no further than Northern Eagles for me.
Yeah, I'd go.
That's my honest opinion.
They've struggled at times this season.
For me,
I'm surprised they stayed
yeah,
in
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought they would drop down, but they've stayed up, so I think they'll go down. We forced down.
Ed, think fast. One word answers. I don't know diplomatic and zebra. Stop trying to be nice. New Cross Rovers. Can't use the same word twice either. Come on. Ed, come on.
Confident.
First word that comes in. Northern Eagles.
Maybe.
Wait, put your vagina on, mate. Just fucking get your dick out. Fucking, come on, tell us.
Down.
Rising talent.
Decent.
It's building.
Building. Form.
Metro Gas.
Unknown.
Metro Massive.
Fold.
Meridian. Meridian.
Good answer.
Granite.
Solid.
Porridge.
Low. Too low division, maybe.
Blackfen and F.A.
Mixing amongst it.
Barnes.
Class.
Okay, so for you then, who sticks out? Who's challenging?
Who's challenging? Now, Meridian Sports, great run of form. One did one, a tough Division 1. Barnes, I'm expecting to see up there. Again, Porridge Blues, I'm expecting to see up there. Good division. Mildeen, again, on a wicked run of form. They're taking points off people, you never know how it can go. But I think just looking at form, I think Meridian Sports will probably hit a bit. I don't think there's going to be a massive gap in points. Like Andrew and Billy said, no one's beaten Barnes twice. But you never know. They might have people that not turn up. I know a lot of them got families, so, but they're always here.
Barnhurst over 90 minutes is a different kettle of fish to Barnhurst in a double header. So
Yeah, to be fair, they are a tough team. They'll be amongst it. They could win it for sure. But
I don't think they'll win it.
Like for them to drop from Prem, you don't know what's going on. So
they won't want to win it. They won't want to win that. They won't want to get back in the Prem. They won't.
They're here to play football and enjoy themselves.
They're here for the cup.
And to be fair,
they're here for the
they're
boots.
good.
They're here for the boots.
Yeah.
Top two.
Top two. I'm going to go Meridian and Porridge Blue.
Who's going down?
Northern Eagles are a tough side, to be honest. I'm not saying they're going to get knocked about. I just don't see them up the upper end. Granite from Div 2 to Senior Division is a big jump. I don't think they want to be there, but again, they're a tough side. I don't think they're going to lose many games. Metro Massive, I think. So when they first formed,
They was a hype when they signed a lot of players.
yeah, and they did do that well, and then they folded.
Okay.
So I said Fox. I don't know how they're going to do this season. I just don't see them necessarily doing well in that division. They could do well in the lower division. So I'm going to go with Metro Massive. No offence to them at all.
I'd say
But out of that run of teams, I think as a newer side, I think they've got the biggest disadvantage.
Okay. Right, Wheat. One word answer. You can't use the same answer twice. Barnhurst.
Lads,
Irish Blues.
top heavy.
Come on. Blackfen and Area.
Top lads.
Granite.
Won't be playing in that division next season.
Meridian Sports.
Great team.
Metro Massive.
Back again.
Metro Gas.
Unknown.
Mildeen.
Rawlins.
Equals goals. New Cross Rovers.
Sharks.
Northern Eagles.
Down.
Rising Talents.
Decent.
Alright, so what sticks out for you? Because obviously you know a lot of these teams. There's some
You know what one word answer is?
Yeah.
Look, I make the rules here. I make the rules.
One word is tough.
So all of these teams, for me, this is the most competitive division by far. This is such a good division, and Jason, the committee that did this constitution, have got this absolutely bang on. I'm glad to see Milding get promoted into that division on the back of the London Cup win. They should be in the senior. God, it's so hard to. Will Milding be the same team this season as they were last year? Can they bring the London Cup form into football, into the league, should I say? Let's see. They've got some good players, so.
You're sounding diplomatic. Come on, I want to push you now. Who's winning this league?
You know what? I'm going to go Meridian to win it.
Yeah? Who's getting relegated?
Northern Eagles.
Who's coming runners up?
I got a back by West.
Alright.
But they won't want it.
We don't want Burridge.
Right, listen, let's get a game. Supreme Trophies engraving Prem Division. AFC Oddfellows, Bolden Sports A, All Tarks, Bayswater, FC Royals, Jam, Peckham Rye, Sporting Club Thamesmead 90, Spring Hill United, and Under the Radar. Right, let's start with Ewan. Let's go one word answers. AFC Oddfellows. Fast.
Unknown.
Bolden Sports A,
Billy.
All Tarks,
Quick.
Bayswater,
Returned.
FC Royals,
Great.
Jam,
Solid.
Peckham Rye, shit. Sporting Club Thamesmead.
Sporting Club tells me I'm going to go Tenacious.
Spring Hill United.
Shit.
Under the Radar.
James.
Alright, so Ed, I know this might be a massive job for you, you might get a nosebleed, but talk to me about who's up in this division. What do you know about it? Come on. Alright, let's move on. What do you know about it? Talk to me, come on.
You can't, up the top, you can't look past Under the Radar.
Undefeated all season.
They conceded 6 goals across 16 games. 0.3 goals a game.
What do we get?
Not that.
What he's basically saying is you didn't look at yours because you conceded too many.
Only 3 teams conceded less than 20. Under the Radar, LFC, all sports reserves.
Did you see him look? What a look. Absolutely enjoyed that.
Yeah, you can't look past them. I don't think. I know, like, with the break and double bankers, everyone can say about that, but no one really touched them, to be honest. So I'm going to say they win it.
Would you have touched them?
Oh, we never know.
Where?
What?
Would you have touched them?
I'll touch the whole team.
Alright, so who's winning it? Come on.
Under the Radar winning it. You can't look past them.
Okay.
I think second, Bayswater coming back.
Yeah.
I've never seen them play, but you just know from hearsay they're a solid side. Ball Tarts making the jump, fair play to them. Bolden Sports A, 100% going to be mixing up. You can definitely see them find their way up top.
Yep.
You saw from this season. To get relegated, Peckham Rye. To be honest, I reckon Spring Hill United fall to the bottom of that pile. I think, to be fair, you look at FC Royals, they're coming up from senior, but they are a quick fire footballing team.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen Spring Hill United play in the Prem, but I know the form, and for me, they fall to the bottom of that.
So you're going for a Spring Hill to get relegated, and Bayswater and UTR 1-2.
Yeah.
Okay, fair play. Bill, you took a big step last season from the senior to the Prem when they were short, and competed, and you was near the top for a while as well.
In the last
Till the OCG.
Fell away from
OCG
fell away towards the end.
fucking robbed us.
But what is that league saying for you this year, Bill?
Oh, do you know what? I don't know nothing about this. I know this is on fellas, obviously they're new.
Come over from the North Kent, Prem.
Fuck them.
started rivals already.
Bolden Sports A, yeah, that's what you get from us. Ball Tarts, stepped up.
You have to
Good
respect,
at
you have to
lively.
respect them for doing
You expect them, and you respect them for doing it. Bayswater, we all know that Kirk's going to come back with the team. Don's got a team. Jam, not overly confident with Jam this season, to be clear with you.
Do you know the thing is with Jam, I feel he's been in that league, he knows what it's all about.
Yeah,
he gets players and he gets a team out. I think what we learned last season.
10-29 on the 3-2.
I think what we learned last season, you can never write Jam off of a
That makes it very sticky.
Then we got Peckham Rye.
Any Prem side is going to attract players.
Won't you?
Referee fucking robbed us. I don't know.
Alright, what about Sporting Club United?
Yeah, that's, a lot of them used to play for St Michael's, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Back in the London Kent order.
Yeah.
Very good side. Very, very organised and well drilled side. I think they will surprise a few teams. That's my surprise pick will be them. Spring Hill.
What did you find when you played them last year?
1-1, lost 1. I would say what happened to us in the second game, but I can't afford it. I'll get back again.
Alright, so let's.
Do we go to under the radar? W.E.S.F.A beat us, what, 2-1, 2-0? I watched the videos and I was there, and it weren't. The first game should never have finished that way, not since the second, really. That's football.
Who's winning it for you? And who's getting relegated?
Who's winning it for me?
Right, let's start off. Who's getting relegated?
I'm going to go with the new side, AFC Oddfellas. I think they think it's a bit easier than what it is. I think they're going to struggle.
Fair play. And who's top 2 for you?
This is tough. If I had to pick, I'm going to go with, I think under the radar are winning, and I reckon that Basel will tail off and finish second.
Okay. Wheat, you know a lot about this division, you know a lot about the teams.
Yeah.
You've probably refed most of them as well. What are you saying about this division?
I'm just looking through the list of these teams. I've never refed Sporting Club Thames meeting, and I haven't had the title teams yet either.
The ball's up to Tartan Tigs.
I can see Spring Hill United struggling this season.
Yep.
It was a close Prem division. If you look at that below the 4th place, there was only a couple of points. It was only a couple of points between a lot of them. Junior Reds were well off the base, but apart from that, it was pretty close to the bottom. But I think Spring Hill are going to struggle this year. Winners for me, again, we can't look beyond under the radar at all. They're only going to sign more players because of the profile, so under the radar to win it.
I had no arsehole to move. Yeah, big one. I had no arsehole to move across.
But that's up to them. Isn't it?
Well, Bill, if we elaborate on that, what do you say no arsehole to move? Why do you say that?
Why would you win it unbeaten in the stadium? Why would you go across the Premier win that and get under the
You make a good point,
no
because
arsehole.
they did say that the W.E.S.F.A was a dead league last summer.
I spoke to many.
So
They
they
did want a difficult game every week.
So do you think that they see W.E.S.F as comfortable and that's why they stay?
Comfortable, but that could come back to bite them in the arse. Because you won't be so comfortable this season.
So do you think if they lose a couple this season and they say the finish runners up third, do you reckon it undoes all that hard work that they've done for last
Yeah, I
season?
think the best chance there now is going across unbeaten, looking like a good side, and go in the Prem and mix it. Well, maybe they're too good for the Prem, but I don't think they'll win the Prem in there anyway.
What was their result against SC Dons?
Lost
0-0. I think they lost 1-0 and then when the first game back after lockdown, I think it was 0-0 and then SC Dons won the penalties.
Yeah, we don't talk about this shit.
That's the
Fuck the SC Dons, fuck under the radar, let's get on with it and do what you get.
that's not my opinion.
That's mine.
So to win it under the radar, second place. Oh God! Do you know what? I think it'd be between Royals and Alderney for second place next season. Because it's sitting next to me, I'm going to go FC Royals to finish second.
Okay.
I don't think we're finished second, but I've got a funny feeling we're finishing above FC Royals.
Bottom, Spring Hill, they're going to struggle next season.
Alright. Bill, what do you reckon on the points? Do you reckon that UTR, obviously being in the league, will go unbeaten all season again?
I don't think they'll do it again.
Never happen. I can't see it. But then they are strong, so you respect where he's due. I don't like them. But what they've done last year weren't easy.
Do you reckon the double bankers helped him out of what we spoke about before? Like, it's easy for them to.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy, man.
You think? Yeah. You think?
Michael and
a lot
setting it up for
a lot of teams only drop points in double bankers. The only points we ever dropped were in double bankers.
I lost one game in 90 minutes, and that was the Spring Hill last year.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one game.
They deserve to finish fourth, didn't they?
But other than that, we got shafted all over the place.
No, they did get shot.
When you played UTR, I was at the game, and the second goal they scored, it was a foul on your player.
Everyone knows it's a foul, but the geezer in the middle didn't. Tells me to Watch the video, then text him. Give me a text.
What's that going to do for you?
Not on the fucking lot, is it? What's he going to say? Text me when you see the video.
We'll replay the game.
Yeah,
Can you see them winning it again this year? Or will they still have that motivation and hunger?
No, I think they're strong enough to win it again.
Strong enough, yes, but there's that motivation and hunger on the stadium.
I think that
Is it
It
important
would
if
be
they win
easy.
unbeaten or not? That's what you've got
No,
to
I don't think it is. I think it's
I think it might be, to be fair, for them, it might be important if they lose games. Do you know what I mean? So if you're winning
no,
a
if
league,
they had the Arsenal, they would have went
no,
there.
if you're winning a league unbeaten, people will say, oh, maybe you shouldn't be there, maybe you should shift over. But if you're losing games and still winning, it shows something.
It shows competitiveness.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them to go unbeaten all season. If they won it this season and they'd lost a couple of games, you say, you know what, they were champions. They lost a couple, they recuperated, they regrouped. Fair play to them. And going undefeated all season, no matter who you're playing or what they do,
It's not easy.
you can't bypass it. So again, credit where credit is due. But do you think then that they should have moved over?
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
very,
is
very surprised.
Is that you saying that the W.E.S.F.A?
And we all know they was off of the place.
I'm not saying it's better.
Because if you remember the rep game,
Yeah, no, going off the rep game is fine. But if you're looking at their senior to our prem, no
Bigger
disrespect, because
profile.
we all love W.E.S.F.A.
Bigger profile.
But
yeah, it's a bit more competitive.
No, the profile of every team you play is
It
massive.
fits under the radar's profile
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
big YouTube
Yeah,
site.
do they not want to go over there in case they get beaten by your Kevin Wills? There's everybody else who comes.
Yeah.
And they're not up there competing, then their videos become just not so important.
like we all love
That's how it
W.E.S.F.A.
looks for
and
me.
the league and everything and what it stands for, what it does for us every week, it's great. But if you are looking at, say, under the radar to the next step to challenge themselves after going unbeaten, it would have been to go to that senior.
It's to test yourself elsewhere.
But they've got
you can
often a place
take
in
the
the
same
league,
like
don't
the Met.
Yeah, well, a lot of teams in the Met, they win it or they move over them, don't they? During the interval there, we've made a new signing at Peckham. Really Dolby's got the shirt on now. But gents, it's already written. Shake on the nil. I'd like to thank you all for your time tonight, though. I know it's not hard, and we will give our opinion, so we don't want anyone to take offence.